Thank you for joining us. This is the Babbers Show on Ujima 98 FM. So, Sammy and Emma, welcome. So nice to have you both on the show.
Thank you. Hello.
So, you're both working for an organisation called The Reader. Tell us what The Reader is and what do you do, or is the clue in the name?
Yes, well, we do lots of reading, shared reading all together, so in groups. The Reader started out in 1997 as a magazine, and then we've kind of grown into a national organisation that works in a whole load of different settings, so prisons, schools, hospitals. And what we do is we set up reading groups, shared reading groups, for all sorts of different types of people, and our aim is so that everyone can read together great literature. And the idea behind that is that reading together great literature can connect people with the stories and poetry, and kind of you can work out what your views are and share opinions and all that kind of thing. What comes out, it's very different to reading on your own, and what comes out in the group, often people come to the group that perhaps they don't read poetry or they've never read poetry before, and they come to the group and you read together. It's all out loud. You don't have to prepare for it before you get there. So you all read together in the group, and just sharing thoughts and responses to the poetry or the stories kind of really enlivens it.
And Emma, you are with The Reader too, and what's your role with the organisation?
My role's kind of split at the moment, so I do a bit of work in Somerset, coordinating all of our groups that happen in Somerset, as well as joining the Bristol project here. So we're just kind of working in Bristol libraries as well as Bristol Ageing Better, and kind of just supporting the volunteers as they're going to be setting up groups as well, because we want to get loads of groups happening across Bristol, just to really encourage people to start getting into reading, to start sharing reading. And like Sammy was saying, it's just about connecting people to each other as well as to literature.
And so you mentioned you've received some funding through Bristol Ageing Better to run these reading groups in Bristol. Now, they are specifically focused on older people, but when are they starting and how can people get involved?
Well, to begin with, we're setting up taster sessions across Bristol in 10 different venues. So we've got 5 dates in the diary of taster sessions. And to find out about those, you can just go on our website, which is www.thereader.org.uk. And then after that, we're going to have a weekly group set up, which will be a shared reading group in one of these venues for older people. So that's over 55s, which is quite young, I think. But so come along. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic, and I think we're really looking forward to seeing how these groups go. And what if someone's interested in going along but maybe doesn't feel they have the confidence to read aloud in a group? What would you say to them?
I would reassure them that that's absolutely okay, because a lot of people come along to our groups who haven't got confidence in reading. They haven't read for years, but because there's no preparation to do beforehand, nothing to bring with you, you just simply turn up. All the reading material is prepared and it's there ready for you to go. You'll get a copy of it to take away with you, and the reading is done out loud by a trained facilitator, so you haven't even got to follow along if you don't want to. You can just sit and listen and relax and enjoy the atmosphere. There'll usually be free tea and biscuits as well, so you can have a little nibble of a biscuit while we're reading. And even if you don't want to share your thoughts at that time, that's okay, because there's other people there as well who are going to be sort of in a similar position to you. So it's just totally relaxed and friendly and warm and welcoming.